So say that one more time. What is this?
Terrazzo.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually the practice piece we did for the sidewalk project, just to learn the process and experiment with it a little bit. And it'll go in the film school. They want to do some stars, like you see in Hollywood, for some of their students or donors maybe.
And what else do we have here that you guys have worked on that might be familiar to people?
This is the way we used to mark off streets. If they didn't want traffic to go through a street anymore, instead of the big concrete bollards, we made it artful. This is a great example of how something can be aesthetic and functional. It makes the campus a lot more beautiful when we can make that work. And this is the piece I was telling you about earlier that we did with the archaeology department. We've been featured on Nova, Discovery Channel, and National Geographic. This project was a couple years ago, just recently, about 6 months ago, working with, I think it was the biology department. They brought us a casting of a prehistoric piranha tooth, and they filmed us pouring a mold, a cast for it. Paper casting, we do a lot of. It's another way we can do representational art. That's the Westcott building. It's a very delicate way to represent it. That's a paper, very fine paper.
And then, of course, stained glass is another thing you guys do a lot of.
Extensive stained glass. You've probably seen all the press that Dodd Hall has gotten. It's recently been restored to a museum. And we're almost finished with that project. I think there are only 3 more pendants for us to do, but then we're going to open it up to the bottom layer of windows. It's been so popular. We'll continue. It's gorgeous. It's a stunning room.
And let's go to the back room really quick and just talk about what's back there.
In the studio?
Mm-hmm.
So this small area is where we make everything happen. The sculptures, the stained glass is made here. Most of the work we do is done here. We have a little bit of space outside where our heavier equipment is, and concrete work is done outside. And that's why we need a much larger facility. We're working on a capital campaign so we can build more space and offer more to the community. This is one of our master craftsmen you haven't met, Charlie. He's working outside polishing the sidewalks today.